Okay, we are so back. Bro, what? Bro, this is the first message I see when I get on. Are you for real? I mean, kind of true, but like, man. But... Oh my god.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak thine heart's desire. Very well, then touch the take now.
Oh yeah, I don't have enough to level up. What am I doing? What's up, Demios? Welcome back.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Oh, locked. What are these, what are these, all the, like markers? The gold, like, markers next to the location name mean? Like the yellow, like, lines, they kind of look like silhouettes of people almost. Like, what is that? What are those for? What's up, Cinder? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Oh, no. No, I'm good. Oh, it's poison? What's poison, bro? I have no idea what those are. Alright, sick. We're in the same boat then. It's the lizard guys. Small. Honestly, they kind of deserve it. Going. They're like I'm like moving towards what I've assumed is there's something here. Something I need to find. I'm dead. I'm so dead. Yeah. It's fine, I didn't lose many souls, so it's okay. Extinguish 3 flames and open the door to wolf blood. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That's what I need. How do I extinguish the flames? Curse is not like it is. That's true. At least it's not like Dark Souls 1. Just lots of luck and turn keep. I'll mostly be lurking for a bit. No worries. I appreciate you hanging out. You gotta rest, then definitely go rest. I'm just chilling. I'm just playing. It's late for me too. I'm just felt like playing. So here I am. How do I extinguish these flames? these guys. At least I'm assuming it's these guys. They look different, so maybe I'm poisoned. Shit. Oh, I just realized I'm not embered either. No wonder my health is so low. Fucking shit cock. Okay. Probably get it from that handmade. Ooh, Estus Sharp, that's huge. Pyromancer ahead. Extinguish 3 flames and open. Oh, it's these flames that I need to extinguish. I just had a thought. Is this DLC? Is this part of base game that I'm going into, or is this DLC? This feels like DLC to me, for some reason. So I don't want to get through DLC and even touch DLC until I've made it further. This game. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna look it up real quick. What's up, man? Souls DLC. Souls 3 has 2 DLC areas, Ashes of Ariandel and the Ring City. Access them. Speak with. Okay, so yeah, this is base game then. I was gonna potentially start a whole DLC thing that I didn't want to get involved in. Okay. Oh shit, my HP. Yes. Good thing the poison wore off. I didn't even see that. My bad. I got distracted. I was looking up the DLC thing, and then I ended up also looking up something else. I ended up looking up something else on YouTube as well. So, oops. Good call though. All right, we'll continue on then if it's base game. Absolutely. We'll keep on keeping on. Oh man, oh man. Hello. What? Whoa! What? What? What was that? The fucking demonic looking satyr. What? Okay, well, I mean, at least we dealt with the first of those flames, so now we can ignore it. I don't really know about that one. I don't. That was, wow, that was, like, man, that was, holy. Okay, so we're gonna go with the heavy armor. Still that roll. Ow. Wow, I hate that shit so much. Get out of here. Hold on, give me 1 second. And I'm gonna keep an eye on my health. Just give me 1 second. Right back. Okay. I am back. Sorry about that. Here. Did I come up this way? No, I can't. Okay, I'm going the right path. I had a brief moment of doubt there. I was like, wait a minute, did I go the right way? What's going on? Hold on, fixing my mic. My microphone is is causing problems today. Holy. Sorry about this. Okay. No, shit. Poisoned yet again. Damn. I found it. The legendary grace. A true Miyazaki staple. Oh, this is a fucking vibe, bro. Look at this thing. Oh my, he just goes overhead. Asking for a friend's friend. Okay, I guess I can't. Got it. And my game crashed. Wonderful. This is so great. Okay. What's up, Alex? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. What build am I going? Knight's heavy armor, claymore, strength focus, mainly strength. I might throw in some faith and intelligence if it's necessary for an item I want to use, but I'm just basically strength using a claymore. I just died with the greatsword there because I picked it up. I wanted to use it for a minute, even though I know my stats are not great for it. I just wanted to swing it around and see how things go. I believe stat requirement is 28, so that would mean that half of that puts it at 14. If I two-hand it, and my strength is 18. Technically. The clay. fucking like view botter selling accounts in Twitch. I never get that problem on YouTube. Never. Another reason why I like YouTube streaming more. My YouTube community is great. I don't have many viewers on YouTube, but the ones I do have, you guys are all awesome. Everyone, even Alex, who just joined, you are amazing as well, sir. My problem is, on Twitch, it's like I get maybe 4 or 5 people, and then in between that, I'll get someone like trying to sell Ubot. Like, no. Oh, why? Why would I do that? It's stupid. Come now. Wow. These look like omens. Between the fabric they're wearing, they look like omens from Elden Ring. With the horns and everything, and the cloak that he's wearing. Like Margit and Moog and all that. Claymore carried me through Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3. Yeah, Dark Souls 1, I used the Claymore a little bit, but my Dark Souls 1 run was kind of cursed, I'm not gonna lie. I tabbed out of my game in order to, I forget what I was doing. I don't remember. It doesn't really matter. I tabbed out of my game for something, and then I tabbed back in. I accidentally left-clicked, which causes your character to obviously make an attack. Extremely unfortunate for me. I was standing in front of Andre when it happened, which made him hostile. And I didn't realize that I could, pay to absolve my sin and make hostile NPCs neutral again. So I killed Andre, meaning that my weapon upgrades were locked at +5 for the whole game. Now, if there is a way to upgrade your weapons past level 5 without Andre, I didn't know about it on my playthrough. So I beat the whole game with +5 weapons. Now, would I have liked to use a great Claymore instead of the Black Knight's sword? Absolutely I would have. My New Game Plus run, I made sure not to kill Andre, and I upgraded the Claymore all the way to +15 or something like that. It was high. It might have been just +10, but I upgraded the Claymore as much as I could on that run. And I used the Claymore mainly because I just love it. It's my favorite weapon in any Souls game. It's my main weapon I use in Elden Ring. And so when I found it early, thanks to one of my viewers pointing me in the right direction of it early on in Dark Souls 3, I had to keep it. Plus, also, the fact that the heavy attack with it in Dark Souls 3 is a poke, the same as it is in Elden Ring. Glorious. What's up, Carlin? I got hacked in Dark Souls 1. They killed all the NPCs in my playthrough. Didn't know about save backups. Brutal. How does someone hack you in Dark Souls 1? Were you online and they got access to like your account info or something? That's terrible. Alright, let's extinguish this flame. That sucks, bro. I'm sorry to hear that. So yeah, I just love great swords in general. Great swords are my favorite weapon type in all the Souls games. Black Knight Sword, Lord's Great Sword, and Claymore were all like my go-tos in Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 2, I didn't even finish it. I started the game, I didn't like it, and I stopped, and so I jumped in at Dark Souls 3. You can literally go to my stream from, I think it was yesterday, where I started the stream playing Dark Souls 1, or Dark Souls 2 rather, and I started the stream, I played a little bit of Dark Souls 2, and this was after I'd killed the first boss in Dark Souls 2, and I'm like, this game just isn't fun. The systems are bad, I'm not enjoying it, it doesn't feel like a Dark Souls game, it feels like another company making a Souls game. So I skipped, and went right into Dark Souls 3, and I am blown away at how incredible Dark Souls 3 is. It's so good. And I see where Elden Ring got most of its like design and development from, because it's very much like Elden Ring and Dark Souls 3 have a lot in common. And the reason I bring that up is because prior to this whole streaming of my first time playing the Souls games, my only Souls experience was, at least with FromSoft, was Elden Ring. I am getting by here because I'm playing like a fool. I played Elden Ring 4 times, loved it so much that I told myself I was going to go back and play through all the Souls games. I didn't do that for like a year, and then I said, you know what, I'm going to do it this time around. Got through Dark Souls, about halfway through Dark Souls 1, thought to myself, why am I not streaming this? Like, seriously, why am I not streaming it? Worst case scenario, no one watches, and then I'm just going to do exactly what I would have been doing anyway, playing the game. Best case scenario, people watch and find it entertaining, and they like my content, and they just keep tuning in. So I streamed the second half of my run on Dark Souls 1, the very beginning of Dark Souls 2 before I decided to skip it, and so far I've streamed all of Dark Souls 3. Anyway, my rant about my Souls experience aside. I wasn't playing the game, but when I logged in, everyone was gone. Happens a lot apparently in Orlando. That's weird. I've never heard of that happening. But then again, I am very new to the game, so surely there's a lot of stuff that happens in games in general that I don't know about. Was it on PC? Because I'm playing on PC, by the way, for those who are curious. To be honest, I just realized I should probably, for the sake of saving myself time of like rambling every time about, praise the happiness. Time for losing sanity. Yeah, for real. PC, yeah. Interesting. Wait, I think I have another flame I have to find, right? Oh my goodness. I had a feeling that was going to happen as soon as I saw how many there were. I'm like, this is just, this is terrible. Okay. Oh. I forget what I was saying. I lost my train of thought. What's up, Pepsi with cocaine? Over on Twitch. Hello, sir. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so in this Souls, I should make a, that's what it was. I should make a bot command. So when people join the stream, I don't need to ramble about, like, you know, is this your first time playing any Dark Souls game and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, I beat Dark Souls 1. I beat it on stream. Started Dark Souls 2, but I didn't like it, so I stopped. I am in the midst of Dark Souls 3, obviously, right now. And I've beaten Elden Ring 4 times. And then next game we're playing after Dark Souls 3 is I'm going to go back and I'm going to play Bloodborne, and then I'm going to play Sekiro, and then we're going to do a full playthrough of Elden Ring. Again, that'll be my 5th time playing the game. By then, I will be thoroughly immersed in the world of Miyazaki and his sadistic game design philosophies. And I'm excited. Very excited. Bloodborne I'm particularly excited about. Bloodborne and Sekiro. Because Dark Souls 3, like, this game is very, very similar to Elden Ring in terms of gameplay style, movement, all that jazz. So I'm already very... oh shit. I'm already very familiar with just the movement, how the game flows, because it's very similar to Elden Ring. Sekiro and Bloodborne, I hear, are very different kinds of Souls games comparatively. That excites me. Especially Bloodborne, because I believe, and my understanding is that it's very much a different kind of, like, vibe as well. More like Victorian era, like vampires and shit, which really intrigues me. I could be completely wrong on that, by the way. It's just what I've heard and what I've seen and the impression I get. I'm excited to try it out and see how it goes. Okay. it's almost midnight. I'd kill for some pizza right now. Holy shit. Anyone else with me? You guys want pizza? Anyone want to make a run for some pizza? Perhaps? Come on. Oh. Oh! Could this be dog? There's no dog? Let's do God. Pray to old wool. Is that an item I just got, or is that just like a covenant thing? Pledge oneself to the watch. I'm a part of the sun. Praise the sun and all that. Sword gun. What does this do? I wonder if there's like a point where I get something in return for giving him enough, like Darkroot in Elden Ring. What class did I choose? I am a deprived. I'm deprived of anything good in this world. I just have been putting all my points into strength, vitality, little bit of dex, mostly strength and vitality, so I can wear my armor that I want and then use a claymore. Gorgeous view ahead. Praise the brief respite. Then may the flames guide thee. Yes. I love leaving messages. Gorgeous view ahead. I'm definitely not going the right way. For where I'm supposed to go. Back down here. I need to get the other flame. And I also think I need to get my souls back. Oh, one of you. Twinkling Titanite, right? Let's go. Get a little bit closer, and then I will use the... Ow, 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 ow. Shit. Shit, 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 shit. Shit! Why am I swinging my sword? Are you fucking serious, man? This one hit, I swang my freaking sword. I'm just... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So much. And so much agony, so much... Okay. Okay, okay. Come on. I just realized I don't have a burrow. Oh. You need a tip for crossing the swamps? No, I'm good. Swing my goddamn weapon. Let me swing it. One more hit and he'd be dead. But he's got these little fucking skulls because he can't actually fight. God, I hate it, man. I'm so annoyed. So fucking dumb, man. So stupid. sword. There we go. Stop sitting there staring. You have stamina. Swing the goddamn sword. Okay. This. Nice. Please, please. There be nearby. I'm just trying to think. The path. Here we go. Diesel 3 volleyball. Did it. Huh, it's a door. Huh, door. These guys are so fun. Oh, maybe they're not. Hello? Swing my sword at him. Like, not near him. Not in front of him. At him. Connecting. And it still didn't do anything. Crazy. Wild. Insane stuff. Insane. Okay, I just want to get back to there, get my souls, get to a bonfire, teleport out, level, and then that's gonna be it for the stream tonight because I am hungry. I need to eat some food. I hit the exact same buttons as I did before. I landed in 10 province, but now you're all Get off of me, you stupid fucking birds. Why am I supposed to so annoying. So much, they're so annoying. No, I'm not going there yet. Absolutely not. Someone is fighting these guys. Oh, these guys again. I remember these guys from New Londo. So excited to be fighting these guys again. They're insane speed with their swords. I literally just want to find a bonfire so I can rest and then be done for the night because I'm hungry. I'm tired. I need to eat. Flask there. I could have used an ember. Oh my gosh. Okay. Fine. Oh, he's that guy. This dude. Red cracked eye orb. I think that's useful for some. a bonfire in this area. Thank you, AC7. Visions of Lord Cinder. Lord of Cinder ahead, let there be victory. Lord of Cinder, fucking... Is the bonfire before I have to fight the boss? Fuck, perchance? Oh. Oh, yes. Oh, that looks cool. But its armor is technically better right now. You know. We're gonna go with the drip. Yes. Okay. Random person who showed up in my chat. Good luck, good weapon. Yeah, I want to see what it was. Dark sword. I need 15 dexterity to use it. It's a straight sword. Oh, interesting. Oh, is it a wait? Is it a thrusting sword? Okay. No, it's a straight sword. It's cool. I might put some points in a deck so I can use it. Dude. Not ready. These are Abyss Watchers, aren't they? Look like them. Oh, the aura is just flowing. Abyss Watchers, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna make this very simple. I'm going to look up where the bonfire is in this area. If there is not a bonfire in this area, before I get to that boss again, AC7, you're gonna be banned. Alright. This is your trial. And I am the judge reviewing the evidence. Dark Souls 3, Poison, Swamp, Bonfire, Farron Keep. Alright, let's see the map. Okay, Abyss Watchers are there. Okay, yep, there is a bonfire in the area. You are not banned today. Take heart. You've stayed off a day of execution. I'm just checking the map. Map sucks. Why am I looking at this one? Okay. So it's actually, yeah, so it's up this path, so the left and the... Okay. Get those two fuckers down there. Right. Yep, it's right here. Good. Huge. All right. Congratulations, AC7. You are not banned today. This is a big day for us. Huge. Actions matter of fact. Real quick. I want to beat the Abyss Watchers. I do. I'm kind of locked in on killing them right now. So really quickly, I'm actually going to run and grab some food. I'll be back in just a moment, and we will do it right now. We will kill these Abyss Watchers. They will watch the Abyss no longer. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sorry if you guys have heard the handle here. Realized it was right next to the microphone. Picking it up. Sorry about that. Sorry. Okay, bear with me just a moment because I want to quickly have some of this here. In the meantime, I'm gonna quit watching. Oh my god. Huh? What's up, Iron McGee? How's it going, man? Sorry, I'm still finishing up eating some food before we jump into fighting the Abyss Watchers. So bear with me. A couple more minutes here. We're just kind of chilling. Welcome to the stream. Okay. I think I'm good. Oop, sorry, bumped my mic. My bad. Alright, let's lock in, boys. Oh, I might as well rest here. I just realized my health is lower. Maybe it's left over from poison. Alright. We're up. Good. Walk in. Beat the shit out of these Abyss Watchers. And we are going to, then I'm gonna end the stream, because it's really late. But I'm right here. I have some food in me, so I've got energy. I'm locked in. I'm eager to beat the Abyss Watchers, since I'm already, like that, I'm already here. And, yeah, that's it. Decided I share health. Oh my goodness, I know. It's tap. What? Oh no. Dark Souls 3 is the best boss designs. They all look so sick. Music for this fight is so good. Oh my god. Fucking fire. I am almost certainly not the right place to be here. I feel oh, I got a free backstab. Let's go. Can I get another one? Yes. Yes. No! God, he was so... Oh, those two backstabs were so... The first one was complete luck. The second one I was actually aiming for. That was crazy. Dude, this fight is sick. I love... The Abyss Watcher is so far my favorite fight. Granted, I've only had 3 others. I had, Ayamund Gundyr? I think that's how you say it? Something Gundyr, whatever the fuck, Gundyr. Vort. And then the Sage. Forget what it was called, something Sage. The Abyss Watchers are... Oh, these guys are sick. I know, I choked so hard on that, bro. I had that locked in and I fucking choked it. I keep underestimating how many hits he'll do. Like, I keep thinking to myself, oh, it's 3. And then I realize, oh no, it's actually 2. Or then I realize, I think, oh, it's 3. Oh no, it's actually 4. Missing a boss in a previous level. Okay. But I'm not in that level, I'm here. I'm getting my shit pushed in this time. This is terrible. I have half a mind. Yeah, I'm just fucking die. Just die. Reset. Like, that was a terrible run. Better. You should use your Estus, shards for more healing. I'm gonna be as blunt as I possibly can here. I get another tip and I'm gonna ban you. I've said it multiple times in the stream. This is my first time playing the game. I don't want tips. If I want a tip or advice, I will ask for it. I'm fucking tilted right now after what the fuck just happened to me. I'm not interested in having people in chat tell me what to do. I'm just not. Sorry. But that's... I'm not in a great mood. So, you know. Look at that, my soul's better. Right, that's so good. Sorry, I snapped. I'm not in a great mood, and that last death really pissed me off. And so I looked at the chat and I said, "You can use your Estus flasks." Like, you don't say. Fucking really, I should use my Estus flasks. I just snapped. My bad. Sorry, but just no tips unless I ask for it, please. That's such horse shit. It used my Ember even though my fucking died, and their attack interrupted it. Just one. I can handle just one. I'm chilling. How are you? Get that fucking shard. Because you want it. I have it. Bro, I'm gonna be real right now. What's up, Mythic? Yeah, you joined at a great time, bro.
Tis good to see ye in good health. You'll
be getting this game this Friday. Can't wait. It's so good, bro. This game is insane. I love Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 1 was fun. And very good. I did not like Dark Souls 2. So I quit after the first boss. And we just went right into 3. This game is so fucking awesome. It reminds me, and I think because it reminds me a lot of Elden Ring. Because I can tell Elden Ring took a lot of design from this game. Because if I remember the timeline of events from FromSoft games, it was Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, Sekiro, and then Elden Ring. So it's very obvious that they took a lot of the stuff that was really, really good, worked really well in this game, carried it into Elden Ring.
Pretty be careful.
Average DS2 experience. I just didn't like it, man. So many systems in Dark Souls 2 that I just was like, this either doesn't need to be here, or it's just poorly designed. It's like it took a system, it's like, do they not understand? I haven't played Demon Souls, but it's my understanding that the whole hollow system of how when you die, your max health gets reduced. Did they not understand that they got rid of that from Demon Souls to Dark Souls 1 for a reason? And they brought it back to Dark Souls 2. Why? No one fucking knows. Relegating one of the core elements of a Dark Souls game, your rolling, down to a stat. So I have to waste levels at early level into something just so my roll doesn't suck ass. That's insane. That's bad design. Hate that shit. Not a fan. Not a fan. Playing Red Dead Redemption 2, boring. They should have named it Horse Simulator. Bro, I will not tolerate any Red Dead Redemption 2 slander in this channel. Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of the greatest games that has ever been made. And Roger Clark's performance as Arthur Morgan needs to be studied at acting schools like Juilliard and fucking UCLA. The best acting schools in the world need to study his performance as Arthur Morgan. It is so good. And I've never even beaten it all the way through. I got through, I think, the first... Today's not my day. I got through the first, I got through the first 4 acts of the game, and then I stopped. I forget why. There seems to be a trend that unless it's God of War, pretty much every game between 2015... Why am I not getting backstabs? Hello? I'm taking my souls, please. I'm gonna die in this fight. I just want my souls. Oh, they're synchronized. That's so cute. Reading chat at the moment only because I'm hyper focused on this. Sorry, guys. You understand. Dark Souls 2 is a hard child to love, but to be honest, I like it more than Dark Souls 1. It's funny because, the people who like Dark Souls 2 really like Dark Souls 2. Like, they like it more than 1. Which I find to be so interesting, that the game is so, not necessarily divisive, I don't know if that's the word I would use, but it is such an acquired taste. And the people who like it, really like it. I feel like Dark Souls 2 is like cheesecake. It's like, it's not for everyone, and a lot of people don't like it, but the people that do like it fucking worship it. They think it's so amazing. I'm not a fan of cheesecake. I don't like it. Dark Souls 2's skill of the first sin is not hard. You just can't figure it out. Hollow one. I don't think so. This is my thing, right? My thing with Dark Souls, in my experience thus far with the games, I really need to make this a fucking alert in the channel so I don't have to constantly explain it every single time someone comes in, just because I'm lazy. My first Souls game was Elden Ring. I had all the Dark Souls games on Steam. Pretty much from a Steam sale, I got them in back in like 2017 or 2018. And I always told myself I was going to play them, but I never did. Then Elden Ring won Game of the Year over God of War back, and I'm a big God of War fan, so I was like, hold on, what the fuck is all this? So I bought the game, tried playing it, I didn't like it that much, and so I dropped off the game. stopped playing it. Then, a year later, they announced the DLC. And I was like, okay, I should give this game another chance. Because everyone says how amazing it is. And the DLC trailer looks crazy. I should give it a shot. That's a try. I actually gave it my best effort. By the time I got to Godric, I was so locked in, it's crazy. At that point, I was just telling my younger self, you are a moron for ever thinking that this game deserved anything but Game of the Year. This game is masterful. I love Elden Ring. I beat the game 4 times after that. Or 3 times after that, so 4 times. And so then I went back. I decided I wanted to go back and play through all the Dark Souls games, all the FromSoft games. So, and I just didn't have the time until about 2 weeks ago. I decided, no, 3 weeks ago. I was like, you know what? We're doing this. We're gonna play Dark Souls. We'll start with Dark Souls 1. We're gonna go with Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, and then Elden Ring again. I played the first half of Dark Souls 1, and then I decided, you know what? I'm gonna stream it. I feel like it could be entertaining watching a first-time Souls player. Plus, it's the kind of content I like to watch. I like to watch people play through my favorite games the first time, see their reaction. So I figured might as well do that for you guys, for anyone who's like fans of Souls games. And I beat Dark Souls 1, amazing, love the game. Dark Souls 2, I got past the first boss, and I was just like, nah, this ain't for me. Not even in the sense of like the same way with Elden Ring. It's just like, this is just bad design. It took everything that I loved about Dark Souls 1 and just got rid of it. And it instead had like... I'm trying to think of the way to describe it. It was like, it took everything I liked about Dark Souls 1 and either removed it or changed it in a way that I didn't like. The only thing they got, in my honest opinion, that I genuinely really liked in Dark Souls 2 compared to 1 was they improved the world. That's it. So, the interesting thing about this is I genuinely curious. So, JD, question for you. So you said that you were playing Red Dead Redemption 2 and that you thought it was boring. How many other video games other than Souls games have you played? Genuinely curious. Sorry, Mythic, I saw your messages. I was focused on fighting the guy. The entire point is that it's a cowboy game. You can't have cowboys without horses. Yeah, I know. You don't have to explain to me, Mythic, I get it. It's a whole thing. I know the people who really like it are the ones that played it when it came out. Yeah, I can imagine the hype on Dark Souls 2, what must have been crazy when it came out, because I think about like Dark Souls 1 was so good that and the Souls fans are among the most passionate and quite frankly rabid of any gamers that I've ever seen. So I can imagine the passion around Dark Souls 2 when it came out was great. Several video games, yeah, I understand, but like name a couple. Like what games other than Souls games have you played that just like come to mind? I'm just curious. This is the part that makes this fight that I'm not a huge fan of. This fight, when they bring in 2. If you guys watched me play Dark Souls 1, you know I hate gimmick fights. I hate them. I hate gimmick fights. Ornstein and Smo is a really, really rare example of FromSoft doing Atari to Nintendo to Sega to PlayStation 1 to Xbox 360 and newer systems. You're not answering my question. You're giving me consoles that you have played games on. I want to know specific games that you have played on those consoles that are not Souls games. Or am I to assume that you have played every single game that has ever been made for the Atari, the Nintendo 64, the Sega, the PlayStation, and the Xbox 360, and the PS4, and the Wii, and the PS5, and the Switch? And I know that's just not true. It's impossible. maybe a handful of people alive that can say they've played every single video game from me on every console. Maybe then I doubt it. Maybe like 10 people in the world can say that. Dark Souls 1 all characters play through it twice in New Game Plus. That you're still not answering my question. I'm asking you what other games you have played. Name games you have played on other systems other than Souls games. You're just listing off Souls games here. Okay, so this was my point, right? So my point of what I'm trying to say is that JD here over in the YouTube chat is a prime example of what I personally dislike about Souls fans, where their only focus and only knowledge of a game is how hard it is. In their mind, because their brains are so locked in on Souls games, they think if the game is hard, that means it's good. Bloodborne is more difficult, and Bloodborne and Sekiro are more difficult than Dark Souls 3. That doesn't mean that they're better games, it just means they're harder games. And that's also perspective too, and opinion. Because Dark Souls 1, I thought was much easier than Elden Ring. Because I played Elden Ring first. Meanwhile, I know plenty of people who think that Elden Ring is by far the easiest of the Souls games. I disagree with that. I think that Elden Ring is significantly harder than Dark Souls 1. But I know a lot of people who disagree with that. The problem with a lot of hardcore Souls fans is they're so inundated in Souls games that they cannot think outside of that mindset. They cannot think beyond the scope of the challenge of a Souls game. Therefore, they equate the challenge with the quality of the game. And in my opinion, that is very, very wrong. Now, obviously, everything is subjective. All art is subjective. It's all well and good. But at the end of the day, I personally can recognize, generally speaking, what I would consider to be good game design, bad game design, versus, oh, this is just difficult. Like a game, like a good example of this is Bed of Chaos, one of the bosses in Dark Souls 1. Bed of Chaos is the worst boss fight I've ever played in a video game, ever. And it is very difficult, but it's difficult for the wrong reasons. It's not a challenge that makes it good. It's the fact that it is unnecessarily difficult to a degree where there is no actual quality to the fight. It is literally essentially a lot of it. I need to watch like speedrun strats on the game, on that boss, because I genuinely want to understand how someone who knows the fight in and out will dodge all of the nonsense shit that happens in that fight. Because I feel like so much of the fight is just ultimately, what's the word? What's the one? So much the fight is RNG, and so much of it is just trying to. You're dealing with the camera. You're dealing with enemies like that, or enemies like that. The camera. You're dealing with the difficulty of the camera of Dark Souls 1, and you're also dealing with. Is that 6, 7 tries? 7 or 8? I gotta watch the VOD back and see, but that was good. That was a fun fight. By far the best fight I've had thus far. No, Manus is the most difficult in Dark Souls 1. No, Manus is the boss you had the most difficulty with in Dark Souls 1. I'm talking about mechanics. I'm talking about gameplay. I'm talking about, and see, this is the thing. This is the thing with these Souls fans, what they do. They equate difficulty with quality, and they equate the difficulty of their own experiences in the game with skill. I am not particularly amazing at these games. I'm not. I love playing them. I enjoy them a lot. I'm not particularly great at these games. With that said, I did not have a hard time on Manus. Yet I understand that Manus is, generally speaking, a very, very difficult boss. Yet for some reason, whether it was because I was over-leveled or what, like you can go back and watch my VOD for it on my YouTube channel. I did not have a lot of difficulty against Manus. For whatever reason. And I'm not saying this in the sense of like, I'm so good. No. I will tell you. Like, the amount of times I died to Margit in Elden Ring before I actually figured out what the fuck I was doing is embarrassing. No joke, I must have died to him like 70 times before I actually figured out what the fuck I was doing. Now granted, I was new to Souls games, but my point stands. Meanwhile, like you're I will tell you how easy it is. I would rather you not, because you're just gonna give me more reasons to ban you for being weird. But I don't think I will ban JD, because he is a perfect example of what my problem with Souls players. Like I said, Manus doesn't hold a candle to bullshit Bed of Chaos. Exactly, Iron McKee, because what JD is showing here is the idea that a lot of Souls fans have, that difficulty equals quality. And if I have a hard time on it, that means that it is either a good boss or it's badly designed. No, that is not true. I had a hard time on Margit the first time I ever fought him, and he is a great boss. I don't think he's the best, but I think he's great. Meanwhile, I had a very easy time fighting Rykard because of the gimmick of the Serpent Hunter weapon. That boss is still one of my favorites in the entire game, even though it was easy because you have the gimmick weapon. Difficulty and quality are not the same in Souls games. A lot of people think they are. I don't know why. It's a really weird ego thing, if I had to guess. Difficulty and quality are not the same. Bed of Chaos is impossibly difficult, and it is one of the worst bosses in the game. Ornstein and Smo is a challenging, difficult fight. It is, in my opinion, the best fight in Dark Souls 1 for base game. If we're talking DLC, I think the best fight in Dark Souls 1 is Artorias. Artorias is challenging, but Manus is harder. But I think Artorias is a better fight.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak thy
So I find it
heart's
so
desire.
outrageously hilarious when I see Souls fans coming in with that logic. If I come along and beat the entire game with 0 issues and the entire game feels like a breeze, then the game is shit. It's so flawed. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just it's weird, right? So it's like this is the thing. What build am I doing? I'm doing a strength build. Strength with a claymore. For the moment. I might change it up later. I believe you can change your stats in Dark Souls 3. But I might change it, I don't know. But we're mainly going strength for the moment. Yeah, like, and you make a really good point, Mythic, because here's another example of this, right?
Farewell,
Let's take Elden Ring. I'm going to keep using Elden Ring and Dark Souls 1 both as examples, because those are the 2 Souls games that I have completed 100%. I have not beaten Dark Souls 3 yet. Obviously, this is live streaming my first time playing. I have both games and maps and important items in my memory. That's wonderful. You're still wrong. You can have all the tools, you can have everything that you'd ever want. You're still wrong. You're just wrong, man. And you can like the game for whatever reason. I'm not sitting here and telling you what you can and can't like. But objectively, why fire on our Claymore then? Because at the moment it does more damage. The infusion I have currently on it, it does more damage. However, because I did just upgrade my strength, it is worth looking to see if I can get it to just do normal infusion and have it do more.
Wasn't it?
But at the moment, I did the math on it. At the moment, I would do more damage. However, I have a very solid pull. 39 versus... Yeah, see, like right now... Normal Claymore, we're looking at... Math, 236. Versus 261 with fire. Versus 215 sharp. 231, 238 on refined. And raw is 239. So 239 versus... Refined actually might be the better option right now. Looking at it this way. Well, no, actually 282, because I'm at 282, because I have 141 physical, 141 fire, so it's 282 per hit, right? Unless my math is off, and I'm miscalculating how this is done. Of course, it's scaling off of, it wouldn't be scaling as well off of strength, the way that like a normal one would. Heavy. How, bro? I know that Dark Souls 3 will be fun, but they're really hard to play except the DLC. See, there's literally no way you could possibly know that, though. So, like, if we, like, so, let's look at this logically, okay? Have you ever heard the phrase, no battle plan survives first contact with the enemy? You can study everything. You can read up on all the bosses, you can look at all the guides online, you can memorize all of the speedrun strats. None of it matters until you are boots on the ground, playing the game, and experiencing it for yourself. Because muscle memory is a thing with video games. Whether people want to admit it or not, muscle memory is a thing with video games. You haven't played Dark Souls 3. So there is actually zero definitive way you can actually objectively state that it will be easy compared to the other games you have played because you haven't played them yet. See, again, you're intentionally misunderstanding what I'm saying. You don't follow guides. That's not what I'm saying. Now, I don't know whether you actually don't understand what I'm saying, or you're pretending to not understand, so that way you can have some kind of argument. And you're like, you're being weird. Okay, oh, but I am this Friday. I understand that, because you said before that you're going to be buying it on a Friday. But buying it on Friday is a time in the future. That hasn't happened yet. So that means that at this exact moment in time, you have not played Dark Souls 3. So how could you possibly definitively know that it is going to be an easy game? Nothing of what you're saying is stooped in any kind of logic, in any way. What is the best weapon in Dark Souls? I think that there is no best weapon in Dark Souls. I think that, in my opinion, the best weapon in Dark Souls is the weapon that you can most consistently perform well with and win bosses with minimal effort. And that's different with everyone. Bro has weaponized incompetence? They usually do. And that looks different for everyone. Some people, it's if you're having a heavy strength build for Dark Souls 1, your best weapon is probably going to be the Lord Greatsword, or the Black Knight Sword, or the Black Knight Greatsword, or excuse me, the Zweihander, or the Greatsword. If you're doing more of a faith build, you're probably going to go with one of the occult weapons. If you are doing an intellect build, you probably are going to want to look at something like the Artorias Greatsword, I think is what it is. Yes, there is, and it's not this Zweihander. Again, with this intentionally misunderstanding, like mathematically within the context of the game, the best weapon is the weapon that you can most consistently do high damage and low deaths with based on your build. It is entirely based on your build. See, you're saying Black Knight Halberd plus 5. So if I were to put 0 points, 0, into strength or dexterity, and just put all of my points into intelligence only, and I got the Black Knight Halberd plus 5, it would do more damage than a staff or a pyromancy like talisman. The answer is no. There is no best weapon. The best weapon is the weapon that you can best perform with time and time again. And that's because of how the game is designed, with the way that stats work. There's no objectively one best weapon. No? Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna put you in a little timeout here. Gonna be a little 5-minute timeout. You just sit there and you kind of think about what I'm saying. Really think it through. Really think about it. Don't just, you know, memorize your comebacks. Really think about what I'm saying here. And think about it logically and mathematically. Anyway, best weapon is Sellsword Twin Blade, at least Dark Souls 3. It's pretty stupid broken. It might be. I don't know. So yeah, anyway. Where were we? I mean, I guess there technically is a best weapon in terms of max AR, but you're right, really isn't one. Yeah, like, if you are looking at it from a mathematical standpoint of the stats, there is no singular best weapon in the game. Now, there can be a best weapon. There's no way that guy isn't trolling. I think he is Mythic, because he was in my stream a couple days ago, or like a week ago, and he was basically on the same bullshit. I just ignored him. But I think he is actually trolling. I think he actually is that. I think he is that stupid. But, you know, whatever. I understand what you're trying to say. Your weapon is based around your build, sure, but there are still weapons plus the build you put around them that is objectively easier than others. Yeah, no, objectively easier and objectively best are not the same, though. And it also categorizes what weapon would create the best outcome of what you're doing, right? So, like, for example, I'm doing a strength build. The best weapon in the game is not going to be the Claymore, even though it is my preferred weapon, and it is the weapon that I can do the best with because I know how it works, and I like how it works, and I like how I'm familiar with its movement. It is the best weapon for me at this point with my build. It's not the best weapon in the game, but it's best for me. Therefore, I believe it's the best weapon in the game. It's a perspective versus stats thing, right? But you're right, there will be weapons that are, like, there's probably, like, top 5 weapons in the game that are objectively the best quality and ideal, what's the word I'm looking for? The best quality and the best, I guess, average damage output for most builds that work. Sure, I get it, Claymore is nice, anyways. Okay. But Dark Souls ruins our ability to argue well. Well, it's just the people that spend so much time on games like Dark Souls, where it's like you're so locked into a specific mindset, like they're not able to think outside the box. Like you need to think logically, and a lot of people that like live on Dark Souls just can't do that. I think just normal, if my math is right. 79 plus 57. 236 versus 239. Actually, no. Raw is technically more damage. It's not much more, but it's technically more. So we'll go with raw. We'll take it raw.
Pretty be careful.
For strength, I really like the regular greatsword. I like running around pretending I'm guts. Yeah, this is the game for it. But yeah, that's the thing I don't like about a lot of Souls games, or not Souls games. I shouldn't say that. It's not an issue with the games. It's an issue with the fans. A lot of fans of Souls games, they so heavily live in the realm of Souls games that they are just unable to think beyond the scope of this specific genre of game. Like I asked that guy, hey, what other games other than Souls games have you played? And he says, I played everything on Nintendo. I'm like, okay, you're not answering my question though. Oh. And he's like, and then he lists off all the Souls games he's beaten in New Game Plus. And I'm like, okay, so you just proved my point, basically. Which is that you only play Souls games. Therefore, you don't have a concept for what is actually good game design and the difference between challenging and what's the difference between a challenging game and just like a good game or bad mechanics. Because we all talked about it with like Bed of Chaos. Bed of Chaos is a terrible, terrible fight. It's terribly designed. Literally Miyazaki himself said so. Oops. Like it's just objectively a bad fight. It's challenging, but there are other fights in the game that are challenging too, but they're not terrible. Ow. Yeah. For strength, I would really like the regular greatsword. I like running around. Yes, I saw that. What bosses have you beat? I have. Oh my goodness, this guy's one. I have beaten Gundyr, the guy at the very first boss. I beat Bort. Ooh, scimitar. I actually kind of want to mess around with some of the curved swords because if I'm not mistaken, this is the game Sleep deep. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. I think Miyazaki's celebrity worship is some of the worst. Period. I agree. I agree. People act. And this goes further with the whole Souls thing, right? The Dark Souls games are objectively some of the most popular and well-made games that have ever been created by man. By like just objectively. Like if you in 100 years from now, they were to compile a list of the top 1,000 greatest video games ever made, ever, over the course of like what 150 something years of video games existing, all of Miyazaki's games will be within the top 500. Like, for sure. And most of it's deserved. However, I think because of the obsession that a lot of people have with these kinds of games, they forgive a lot of really, really dumb mistakes that Miyazaki and his team can make and have made in the past. Admittedly so from themselves. Like, they're not sitting here on their whole ego saying, I don't make mistakes with games. Miyazaki and his team are the first ones to point out when they've designed something badly. Bed of Chaos is a great example of this. He said before that Bed of Chaos was a result of it was a result of crunch time and budget cuts. With that said, I think that people worship him way too much. I don't think that they should be doing that. I think that that's stupid. Oh, I'm insane. Holy shit! You see that timing? Not timing. I got lucky. I'm pretty high level for where I'm at. That makes sense. I mean, I felt like I was chunking a lot of these enemies' health, so. But I also have been upgrading the Claymore anytime I get it. Like, anytime I get enough Titanite shards, I've been going back. Sorry, I didn't answer your question before. Iron Mickey, my bad. Was it you who asked? Yeah, no, it was someone else. Sorry. I'm like, as you can tell, I don't stream much. I've only been streaming a lot more recently because I've been playing this, I've been playing through the Souls games for the first time. And I've been streaming it. I've actually been getting some good viewership. So I'm like, oh, fuck it. Am I a YouTuber now? Am I a streamer now? Maybe. Do I have any of the cool boss weapons yet? No, I do not. Mythic, what did you say? The best part, though, is those players who are the dense usually only beat the game once or twice, but wouldn't ever put themselves up to a challenge like 2x randomizers or even a regular randomizer because they just meta hump and get carried by their best weapon. This is my thing, right? I don't really give a shit if they do or don't. I'm 29 years old, which is not old, but I've lived enough and played enough video games in my life that I am beyond the mindset of playing a game, quote-unquote, the right way. I am the kind of guy who I will play all of the Souls games with summons, with the OP weapons, whatever it is, if it means I can have fun. My goal in the game is to have fun. I've long past moved on from the idea of trying to play games based on challenge runs or trying to go, like, play my game and set my own, like, rules based around some arbitrary thing that for ego reasons, right? Now, if you enjoy that, if you genuinely have fun making challenges for your stuff, nah, bro is ancient. Bro, listen here, man, okay? If you genuinely enjoy doing challenge runs, level 1 Souls run and all that jazz, awesome, bro. Good for you. It's just not for me. And because of that, I don't gatekeep or belittle people. I don't want to, like, I saw a lot of people when I first played Elden Ring, a lot of people were talking mad shit about people who used Mimic Tear. I don't give a fuck if you use Mimic Tear. If you genuinely need Mimic Tear in order to have fun in the game, you should do it. I would rather you use the tools the game's given you and enjoy the game than push yourself into some ridiculous ego-driven mindset of trying to play the game, quote, the right way, and end up hating it. That's why when my first time fighting against Margit, I used summons because I was so unfamiliar and I was like, I'm gonna beat this fucking guy. And then even with summons at the end of it, you're just like, oh yeah, I fucking beat Margit. I can do anything. And then you get better and you get better and you realize, holy shit, I don't need summons to beat Malenia. I don't need summons to beat this or that. So, that's another thing with Souls fans. They have this Souls fans are weird, man. Like, and I don't mean Souls fans like the people who like the Souls games. I don't mean that. I mean like the really, really hyper sweaty, like just weird as fuck, gatekeepy, like sweats who have never played any video game other than Dark Souls. Those guys. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh shit, why did I change targets there? Am I stupid? Don't answer that. I know the answer is yes. Okay. Until you get higher strength, I'd recommend raw plus item buffs. Okay. Sorry, I'm just now getting caught up on chat. My bad. I didn't see that before. She hate Kino. I'm just gonna call you she hate, I guess. Then heavy would be the best past a certain point. Yeah. This is actually very similar to I keep saying this is similar to Elden Ring because I played Elden Ring first, but like Elden Ring is very similar to this in terms of the way weapon infusions work. I always went just normal weapon infusions on the Claymore until higher strength levels, and then I went strength, or heavy rather. Oh yeah, for sure, I feel the same. My point was directed towards how they're more focused on going around tooting their own horn and whatnot versus just playing the game and letting people be. Exactly, and I'm agreeing with you. I feel the same way, and the fact that they're not as good as they claim while behaving that way, most people aren't. This is just a simple fact of humanity, of all people across the world. No one is as good at their chosen thing as they say they are, and no one is as smart as they think they are. It's just a simple fact. And it's scientifically proven, actually, that the average person, when they are told to, like, gauge their IQ, on average, they would gauge their IQ, like, 20 to 30% higher than they actually score. Most people, the average person thinks that they are above average intelligence. But most people, at least in the US, their average IQ is like 90, which is just embarrassingly low. But, that's what it is. I don't care if you ban me, but being disrespectful to Souls fans is not cool. No one's being disrespectful to Souls fans here. You're the one being disrespectful to other people out here on your ego shit. And if you don't care that I ban you, then that's fine, because I'm going to. Let's see here. Goodbye. You have been stopped. What was I saying? Sorry if this comes out as a tip, it's not trying to be. I'm just curious, why haven't you used your undead bone shards? I haven't looked at them. He just parried me? One arm and no head and he parried me. This guy's a fucking god. This guy's insane. Imagine what he was like when he was alive. If he can parry me without a head and one arm. Oh my goodness, this man. I think he was the original Lord of Cinder. Like, Gwyn learned from him. Holy shit. Sorry, let me look at this here. What did you say? Undead bone shards? I don't know. I haven't looked at it. Burn and shrine bonfire to increase Estus recovery. Oh, I guess I just didn't see that before. My bad. There's a lot of stuff that's different in this game versus Dark Souls 1 for me, so I'm still kind of getting adjusted and used to it. Maybe, and this thing is that probably some of this stuff was there in Dark Souls 2, but I didn't finish Dark Souls 2, so... Oh, my bad, I just didn't know. And that's not a tip, that's a genuine question, and like, making sure I'm aware of like what my actual items do, so I appreciate that. So, I didn't know. One sec. Put something up on. Yeah, I figured that's what it was from the item description. That's good to know. I appreciate that, Iron McGee. Okay, back at it. Sorry about that. Yeah, so to kind of summarize my whole rant earlier about Souls games and Souls fans. What's up, Foopy? Lurking, but big ups to the man. What's up, man? Welcome back, brother. How you doing? I know you're lurking. No worries. We're not going to be live for much longer. It's getting late and I kind of want to get some sleep. So I wasn't feeling super great today, so I want to try to get in the rest that I can. I don't have any more flasks. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. I had the wrong thing selected. It's okay, guys. We're saved. Don't worry. I keep... This guy moves like a Black Knife assassin. I'm playing like a fool. Oh my god, guys, am I bad? Be honest right now. Am I actually really bad at Dark Souls? Like, honest opinion. Those of you who have played the game a lot and understand, like, how things go, be honest, am I bad? Because I'm starting, I used to think that I said before, like, I'm not super great at these games. I thought that maybe I was starting to get an idea of what the fuck was going on. Maybe not. Maybe I am even worse than I thought. Holy shit. Notice you were at +0 and I know this area. I know by this area I'd hate it. Yeah. As a matter of fact. It's another one. Right. Now the red-eyed ones do that. You didn't answer my question though. Am I bad? No, I get what you're saying. It's like, how convenient. You ignored the question while also making me feel better. Please, I'm begging you. I'm gonna die here, by the way. I don't even know why I'm in this area. I just decided to keep going and just explore. This whole area reminds me so much of the places in Elden Ring. If I remember right, they literally are the inspiration for the Black Knights. Makes perfect sense because their moveset is almost exactly like the Black Knives. They just have great swords or great curved swords versus like daggers. So it makes perfect sense. Oh. So how does this work? Burn in shrine bonfire? Okay. Oh, that's the burn thing, right? Yeah, and I gotta go back to the shrine for it. Okay, we'll go back. Like, you didn't answer my question, though. Am I bad? But yeah, kind of like just finalizing what I was saying before about the whole Souls fans thing. Like, Souls fans are just average, really, really dumb. No, sorry. Let me rephrase. That is not what I mean. Souls fans, the sweatiest, top 1% most obnoxious Souls fans are on average stupid. They're stupid, they don't play other video games other than Souls games, and they think that their entire skill and credibility as a gamer is tied exclusively to how good they are at this specific genre and this specific series of games, and that's quite frankly dumb and stupid. A great example of this is Shroud. Shroud is one of the greatest gamers who has ever walked this planet. And yet, he's no master at Dark Souls. And similarly, Gino Machino, amazing Souls player. Really, really good. I'm willing to bet he probably isn't amazing at shooters. Doesn't mean he's bad at games. People need to step outside of their little bubble. This is about what I'd expect for any Dark Souls 3 player. Good. I'm up to expectations then. People, these like completely, excuse me, these completely like just Souls obsessed people need to step outside of their little bubbles of Souls games and play other games so they can understand what constitutes good game design outside of their specific genre. A great example of this, of a player who, a person who plays a specific kind of game and doesn't understand quality outside of that, is actually Asmongold. Asmongold, for many, many years, only played World of Warcraft. And as a result, when he went to go play other games like Dark Souls, he sucked at them terribly. But when he did, he realized how much better games there were than just World of Warcraft. You are doing yourself a massive disservice only playing the games of a specific genre or specific series, because you are missing out on some of the greatest quality and greatest designed pieces of art and media that have ever been made. And I feel like obsessive Souls fans are a perfect example of why you should never only play Souls games. Branch out, play other games, get a little bit creative and understand new stuff. Fucking Darth Sidious over here. You see that spin? Holy shit. I don't know why I did that. I should have saved the stamina to run. Heal. Oh, I got him using physical. I'm so insane. Ooh, this is actually what I was looking for. I was just wondering if I could get this weapon. I don't have enough dex. Okay. New plan, boys. And when we level up, we're going to put more points into dexterity, because I'm starting to pick up more dex weapons that I want to try out, and they just have higher dex requirements. So, we need 5 points in dexterity. I am still going to focus more on strength. However, you're absolutely going to be putting some points in dex, so I can at least try out these weapons. And just to confirm, those of you who are Dark Souls 3 veterans, I can respec in this game, correct? Because I know I couldn't in Dark Souls 1. And I just want to make sure. I can respec in this game, yes? Well, I'm happy that I am the way that I am everything, even though I definitely fit into competitive settings more often than not, but I still love my story games and co-op games. Oh yeah, and there's nothing wrong with being like having your favorite genre of game and your favorite series, of course. My favorite genre of game, interestingly enough, actually might be Souls games. I really like Souls games a lot, and this whole journey of playing, you can respec. Okay, sick. Good to know. My favorite genre, it might be Souls games, because I just really like everything about it. And it's insane to me that it took me this long to actually play through the games. Like I said, I didn't play Elden Ring for the first time and really completed the game until last year. And I had played Souls-like games before. Like I had played the Jedi Fallen Order games and all that, and those are Souls-like. But still, I had never played like the original until recently. And then obviously Dark Souls 1 was super recent. It was like a week ago. And as I'm playing them, I'm like, holy shit, these games are made for me. What the fuck? How have I never played them before? But with that said, if I were to tell you my absolute favorite game of all time, it's Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2 is my favorite video game of all time. My top 5 favorite video games of all time are Mass Effect 2, Witcher 3, Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate 3, and I would say probably Oblivion. There is a respec limit of 5 times, but there is a neat little glitch. You can do it unlimited times. As long as I can do it at least once, and twice. Because I want to be able to switch to a different build to try something out, and then switch back to the build I was doing. So as long as I can do it twice. So it is like Elden Ring in the sense that there is a limited amount of times you can do it. Which is fine. But it's good to know that I can actually, you know, it's an option I can do. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with enjoying different types of games. I'm not trying to bash Souls fans and people who like Dark Souls games. I'm literally one of them. I fucking love these games so much. Dark Souls 1 is amazing. Elden Ring changed my life. Unironically, no YouTube clickbait title, Elden Ring changed my life. And Dark Souls 3 is a fucking masterpiece so far. I am in love with this game. Now, with that said, worshipping these games exclusively and never playing anything else is not something that I would exactly take seriously from someone who is claims to be an expert on video game design. It's like you've never played games other than Souls. How would you know what good game design looks like if you've only looked at it through one specific lens? Anyway, I'm out for the night. Need some sleep. Good luck on the rest of the session. Appreciate it, bro. See you later, Mythic. Have a good night. I'm just trying to get to the next bonfire, and then I think I'm gonna head to bed too, because it is 2 a.m. right now. Tired. Like I said, I wasn't feeling super good today, so I could use the best. Holy shit. Am I just again? Yes, the answer is yes. I keep talking too much and not focusing on the game. That's what's fucking me up. Keep making mistakes. Watching me made you decide to get on Dark Souls 3 for some PvP. I am so glad that I'm a trendsetter. This is huge for me. Does that make me an actual influencer now? I stream on YouTube, I'm actually getting viewership, and I've actually influenced someone to do something via my content. Does that make me an influencer? You love to see it. I'm not gonna lie. I was so, like... What's up, Micah? What's a good SL for PvP at this time, brother? Oh, that's a question for you, Iron McGee. I got nothing. Oh no. I don't really play PvP in Souls games. I did do a little bit of PvP. Oh, SL Souls level, duh. The meat level is 125. If your meat is not 125, get the fuck out of my arena. I'm 67, but I just learned about weapons matching, so I've already screwed myself. Level 8 exile. I don't know what that means. Maybe at some point I will, but I don't know now. I've been loving this game so much that I didn't want to play it without streaming, because I want to obviously stream my whole playthrough of the game and not just my I want to stream my whole playthrough of the game and not just like, oh, well, imagine like I'm streaming. I'm like, alright guys, I'll see you later. I go live again 3 days later. So, where I last left off, I beat the Nameless King. And I'm like, 100 levels higher. And you're like, what the fuck? Shit. I need water. I'm dying. And I've got this invisible fuck. I had to play with one hand. I'm dying. I need water. Why? Oh shit, these guys are no joke. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I didn't wanna play the game without I didn't want to make any progress in the game without streaming it. But I also really wanted to play the game, but I didn't feel like streaming at the time. So I almost just booted up Elden Ring, just to get my fix. You know what I mean? Because Elden Ring is, as far as the Souls games I have played, God fucking damn it, piece of shit, skeleton cock. Anyway, as far as the Souls games I've played, Elden Ring is the closest to Dark Souls 3 in terms of like the way the movement works, weapons, visuals, everything. I have no idea if Sekiro or Bloodborne are just as close or closer, but this feels to me like Elden Ring. So that's why I was really considering loading up Elden Ring for the sake of getting that fix. But anyway. So Iron, what's your meat level? Because you know that's going to be my thing now. Meat level is 125. Ow. Get the fuck out of my game. Question for the audience here. How often do you guys lock on in Souls games? I'm trying to gauge something here. I'm trying to like gauge my oh. What? I hear you up there, you piece of shit. You think I didn't see you? Aha! Damn. Why is my... Bro, how heavy are these fire bombs that I can't throw it just like an inch higher to get over the ledge? Like, actually? But I want to know everyone's opinion, so like, let me know, you guys, how often do you lock on in Souls games? If you lock on a lot, this explains, it doesn't explain anything, but it's an interesting thing to think about. If you don't lock on, then we are kindred spirits. One more. There we go. Hi, buddy. Cha. My cat, T'Challa, has joined, but I don't have my webcam on. And I will not turn my webcam on because I'm ugly. And I don't want you to see me. It's as simple as that. Actually, here, maybe I'll turn my webcam on so you can see my cat, because he's much better looking. Look at this dude right here. His name is T'Challa. He is the Black Panther. I'll actually just have my, see me, this is terrible. That's what the webcam will be, so you guys can see Cha. My meat level is 130 right now, and I almost always lock on, with exception of like 2 bosses. Interesting. Dark Souls 1, I didn't lock on like at all. Because the camera was so detrimental to my movement, and the fact that you couldn't roll diagonally or backwards at all, or sorry, diagonally or forward backwards. You couldn't sprint backwards while locked onto someone in Dark Souls 1. It made things just so much more difficult than they needed to be. I know, buddy. So much more difficult. So with that said, Dark Souls 1 I like never locked on. So far in Dark Souls 3, it's been iffy. Sometimes I'll lock on, sometimes I won't. I think it depends. Yeah. Or do I even get down? Shit. It's just kind of the end of the road for me. Well, this area looks fine. God, what do you think? What are you thinking, buddy? What are you sniffing? Okay. And that's it for Cha. Back to a faceless Dark Souls play. Face reveal when. And I do have my webcam on sometimes, so it's not like I'm hiding my face intentionally or anything. Like, you can literally pull up my shorts and see my face on my most recent shorts that I did for Dark Souls 3. So it's like very, not like a something thing. Oh my god! Dun 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 dun. Oh, oh. Dun 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 dun. Shit. Hear it. Dun 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 dun. Oh my god, what the? See a bunch of humanities! Oh. Am I online or offline? I would assume online because I think one guy invaded me earlier, and also I could see messages from people. So I'm assuming that means I'm online. Alright, you're gonna try to invade me, Iron McGee? I would advise against it. Mainly because it would annoy me. Not because I would beat you. You would absolutely beat me in a fight. But it would annoy me. Therefore, don't invade me. Fucking cock ass on my dick. Am I insane? Actually? Guys, I think I am the next Cinder Lord. Or Lord of Cinder, rather. That was crazy. Holy shit. How did I know? I'm an expert, bro. I've been playing this game. I understand. I'm not gonna lie, I love the animation of when I hit these guys, how their skeleton kind of goes down, like my sword just slapped them into the ground. I just love that animation. Sick. You can figure out how killing the boulder is worth it. Why? Do I get something from it? Is it give me a lot of souls? What's the deal? Ow. A lot of Titanite shards. One of my messages was raided. This is huge for me. Oh. Like a dream. Saint ahead. Liar ahead. I put a lot of liar aheads. Because when I see someone who just is like, illusory wall ahead. This motherfucker, this guy. It's insane. What an ego move. What an absolute Chad move. He parries me. And then he immediately just doesn't even attack. He just parries me. He just wanted me to know that he could do it. Really waited. Good items. Worth the time. Trying to have a wary of enemy. I love the messages. I'm not even joking. If I had to pick one specific thing that I think is like what makes Dark Souls so fun, is the messages. I genuinely think that this game would only be like half as fun if it wasn't for the messages. I love the messages in the game because it makes you feel like you're a part of a shared experience, even though you're playing single player. And obviously you have PvP, you can invade people and all that stuff, but as a whole, The game essentially is a single-player game, right? Yet despite that, you feel like you're part of a shared experience, all going through the same thing with the messages. And some of them are just so funny, some of them are actually helpful, and others are just trolls that make me laugh. Hear it. You could easily be trolling me right now, Iron Mickey, and I wouldn't know, by the way. Like, I could be wasting all my time just to kill this, and it gives me, like, 100 souls. Okay, maybe it's a poke. Maybe I need range. Like, the hitbox for it is just really, really big. Maybe I can firebomb it. God damn, I knew that was gonna happen as soon as I got, as soon as I sat there, I knew for sure it was gonna fucking hit me and I was gonna fall off and die. How to figure it out? Okay, so it's like a item or something I probably have to hit. Okay, good to know, I guess. I guess it's the best case scenario I can ask for. Sick. Fell off the edge. This is huge for me. I fell off the edge. This is terrible for me. Give me a hint if you'd like. I'm good. Actually, I think I'm gonna call it here because I've realized I've just aimlessly been wandering through these catacombs with no actual, like, direction or plan. And I just keep falling off the edge or dying to some dumb shit. And I'm not mad about it. It's just part of the game. With this, because this is just the exploration part. I'm just exploring these catacombs, but I keep dying to me just not paying attention. At the end of the day, really, I'm not even getting killed by anything. I'm just not paying attention, and then I roll off the edge or something stupid. And so I'm gonna call it here. I'm just gonna go to bed because I am tired. It's almost 2:30 a.m. So I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna get some rest, and then I'll be back on tomorrow to stream some more. Probably won't be streaming later in the evening because I got plans tomorrow night, but there is a chance that it happens, but it would be late. I'm talking like midnight late, like around this time. So, I will be streaming tomorrow more Dark Souls 3. It just probably will be earlier in the day, like maybe noonish or like early afternoon. But that's gonna be it. So, anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. It's been a lot of fun. I appreciate it. Each of you, actually gonna go through. Iron McGee, Micah Hennessy, JD before I banned him. You Hate Kino and Sleep Deep. You guys are all awesome. You guys are all new to the stream, at least most of you, I believe. Appreciate it. You guys are all awesome people, and I hope to see you again in the future. So, that is all, and I will see you guys later. Have a good night.